Welcome back to my playthrough of Visions of Mana. Last time, Val became the Alm of Light, much to my surprise. I'll admit, flat out, did not see that one coming. And we defeated the Benevodon of Light. I did see that one coming. I pretty much figured we'd win that fight. And then since then like I said at the end of the video, I did a little bit of cleanup on side quests. I basically just went back into the light and dark dungeons that we just did and did quests that were mostly just hunt down 5 of these, 6 of those monsters, or find the wolves that stole the earring and stuff like that. Nothing really worth showing. The rewards were mostly lucre, money, and I think there was one item I got. I want to say it was an immunity to something, like immunity to sleep, or it wasn't anything to really blow my hair back. So, nothing terribly interesting. I did realize it's been a while since I've looked at the lore, so we're going to start off running through this, and then we'll progress with the main story quest. And this one, just because I need a little bit of lightheartedness at the moment, rough day at work, we're doing the celebrity edition of voice acting. So here we go. Aish is the head curator of the Lograsso Dark Archives. Though young, he has unparalleled thirst for knowledge. He cannot be deterred from a subject once it catches his interest, barely stopping to breathe once he starts talking. Although he isn't entirely averse to social interactions with others, he has little patience for people uninvolved in his research. The first time that Palomina visited the archives, she made an innocent inquiry and ended up having to sit through a 7-hour lecture given by Aish himself? There were no breaks. Sheesh. A self-proclaimed genius inventor who spends his time in the Lograsso Dark Archives, Von Boyage believes that if you can think it, you can do it. Every day he puts his plans into action, leading to many successes and just as many failures. Any experiment is safe in his hands. He dreams of creating the perfect cannon, though he knows that the scholars of Lograsso wouldn't condone the development of such an instrument of war. Instead, he wonders if he can't turn it into a mode of transportation of some sort. If you'd never played Secret of Mana, the main method of transportation around the world before you unlock Flammy as a fast travel is shooting yourself around the globe with cannons. So, if there's any connection between the worlds, we know who's responsible for that one now, don't we? Shade, the elemental of darkness, lives in the Lograsso Dark Archives. His bat-like shape and solemn disposition give him a very dignified air. He spends a lot of time in the darkness pondering the ins and outs of life. Though he's not a stranger to the people of Lograsso, most of the scholars are too wrapped up in their own research to pay him any mind. As a result, Shade can mostly go unnoticed through the archives at his leisure.
Lumina, the elemental of light, resembles a wispy, glowing ball. He lives in Wendell, watching over the people of the area and greeting visitors searching for the truth at the temple. Despite his austere solemnity at the Temple of Wendell, Lumina himself is an upbeat spirit who loves to be the life of the party. He teases Shade a lot for who his part doesn't seem to mind. Sometimes Lumina even manages to clear up the things that Shade has been ruminating endlessly on. The Dark Archive sprang up largely unintentionally after many scholars sojourned to the Brazzo Island. Amassed little by little, the eclectic collection of buildings houses the world's largest store of written record, historical documents, and research. Shade, the elemental of darkness, has been known to walk among the people in the halls of Lograsso as well. The island is usually shrouded in fog, but the scribes tend not to notice the gloom. Haphazard construction of the buildings is of little concern to them, as long as they can finish their research. The Tome Spire was built by the Grand Archivist Passagian in order to keep a record of his worldly knowledge after death. He was a sorcerer of great renown, bespelled the Tome Spire to be bigger on the inside. He was a frickin' Time Lord. The Benevolent of Darkness had an effect on the monster population of Lograsso. Passagian, in his wisdom, decided to use the monsters to protect his books and let them have free reign in the Tome Spire.
Stay a while and listen.
Toward the center of the Isle of Lorimar is the famed playhouse. The town sprung up to cater to travelers en route to the Temple of Wendel, but now the Radiant Playhouse is as big a pool as anything else. To show their appreciation for the patron elemental Lumina, the Thespians of Terratio built an impressive playhouse. Since then, the people have shown a great interest in the arts, breathing life into the cold northern settlement. Works depicting the goddess, the mana sword, and her champion hero have long been popular subjects within the town, leading to their long-standing tradition of appointing the alm through a performance. The Temple of Wendel sits atop a sacred mountain on the island of Lorimar. Since ancient times, those in search of the truth have visited the temple to pray for guidance. Lumina, the elemental of light, sometimes appears to those in need of illumination. Now it's considered a tradition for sages to pay their respects at Wendel. The Gaians were called dwarfs back in the ancient time of Qi'Diel. According to legend, the tribe was saved by a huge rock face known as Gaia when the Benevodon of Earth invaded the mortal realm. Since then, the dwarf tribe changed their name to Gaians in honor of their stone protector. The mortals' endless war sapped the mana from the once fertile lands, giving the Benevodons a chance to wreak havoc. Their rampage is what finally brought an end to Arvet's war. The goddess sent Fairy to Delphos, entreating him to use the mana sword to stop the Benevodonal threat. Word spread of the heroic general who survived the war only to set out once more to free the people of the world from monsters. His companion, Sarkos, documented Delphos' deeds as he went.
And wrapping it back and return where we started. At H's behest, Bon Voyage created a poison bomb to weaken Delphos called the Torpedo. Although it did temporarily stagger the man, Delphos was not felled by the attack. The Torpedo was adapted from a forbidden weapon used to quash soldiers from the front lines of Arvet's war. To keep humanity from using such harmful devices, the knowledge was sealed away, and it is not likely to ever be unearthed again. Yay! That's pretty much it. I needed a little something to mix things up with the voices, rather than just doing straight up scholarly ones. Let's see, what else I think we're covered on handbook stuff. Oh, Quactus Diaries, here we go. So many bones, such enormous cliffs. It's good to be steadfast, but sometimes you have to accept change. Like if that huge monkey turned into a small one. Maybe that will help me get big and strong. How am I supposed to climb these cliffs otherwise? My courage led me to the top of the double cliffs. Is this where my journey ends? Oh, but I'm so high up, I don't want to look down. This is very frightening for me. I can hear my stomach rumbling from fear. I should take a snack break before setting off. I can't stay here. The legend says that two people said their final goodbyes on this bridge. But I'm curious. This is a long bridge and you can see a long way. Did they turn around to check if they could still see each other? Were those people a Sproutling and a Purple Book? If that's the case, then I guess they'd want to keep an eye on each other. I expected the moors to be flat, but they're pretty lumpy. Did I make a wrong turn? Am I a silly cactus? I'm just going where the wind takes me at this point. On second thought, could that giant turtle come pick me up? How does it feel to turn to stone? Let me try to imagine it. I'm standing still. Sun bathing in the morning, moon bathing at night. Rainstorms don't bother me. Tornadoes don't bother me either. Hey, it's not that different from being a cactus. That doesn't sound so bad, huh, Vishkov? There's no one here. I'm all alone, but I'm not scared. Not one itty bitty bit. But that was a lie. I'm super duper scared. I have to stay calm at times like this. Norm, where are you? Come get me! The Deadbears call these mines home. Here's how to say hello in Deadbear. Dub. Boo baba. Dubba dub dub. Duck duck duck. Duck dubba duck. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't really know any dead bear at all. Whoa there, break it up. You're too close, much too close. You need to give each other space. If your leaves block the sun, the poor shrubs on the ground won't grow. What then? Oh, I didn't realize you were involved. How romantic. Right now I'm blushing. The sanctuary of men is the home of the goddess. You can't just enter whenever you please. If someone came into my home unannounced, I would be shocked. A home is a sacred place. It's a kind of sanctuary. It's embarrassing for people to see your space without permission. But if someone asks nicely, I'd let them in. My mind wanders when it's time to go to sleep. Why is Trent so big? Is Nicola a cat or a rabbit? Should I have jam or butter on my toast for breakfast tomorrow? How about both? Someone should write a manual to decide these things. Maybe I'll just have a fried egg. Mountains of books! Be sure to put them back in their proper places once you're done reading. Sometimes I get sleepy after picking up a book and I forget to tidy it away. I like to read about blue oozes and chocobos and catfish and stuff like that. I always have nice dreams on the nights when I do. I've never been fond of cold weather. I was frozen solid once. Can't we stay indoors where it's warm and there are snacks aplenty? Won't someone take pity on this poor cactus? Oh, the tragedy. So that's what acting feels like. It's kind of fun. It's a relief to find light in the darkness. But if it's too bright, the light might hurt your eyes. You can't see if it's too dark or too bright. Balance is the key. As you can see, my spines are spread evenly across my body. It's the same kind of thing. Don't believe me? Go ahead and count them.
Alright, we are... Oh, one more and I get an XP boost. Yes, please. Okay, done with all the lore, so if you were skipping all that stuff to just catch up with the story, this is where we're going now. I don't know where we're going now. We are in Chapter 6, by the way. When I was saving it, I noticed that. Again, I really wish they gave you some sort of chapter advancement notice. Anything. And I do know we need to head down to... We're taking the turtle somewhere. I think... Oh yeah, we need to go back to the Elusia Isle and check in with the goddess. That's right. Summons a giant turtle! I said though, like in addition to not being able to just go anywhere on fast traveling when I want to, the other thing that's obnoxious about fast traveling, and it's a little thing, but it gets me every damn time. You fast travel to a place, especially like the entrance to a town or the crossing of a border or whatever from map to map. It always lands you facing away from the thing you just teleported to. I teleported to the entrance to this area. It always faces you away. More than once, many times, I teleport to the thing and I start running, thinking I'm going to run to the thing, and I'm running away from it and I have to turn around and go back. It's a little thing. It's just one of those little tiny annoyances. Alright. How far up can we teleport, and where is the nearest tree?
Where's our next stop?
We have to step through the burrow. See? I just did it. Almost every time. Alright, anybody have anything to say? I don't think there's going to be anything terribly interesting at this point.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah, not really anything worth... How far we need to go up. think just
We should be off.
already cleared out all the loot in this area. So it should be more or less right in front of us. Okay, I've got everything charged. Yeah, go ahead and get a little fight, loosen things up a bit.
Let your guard down. Nice timing. Use this tool.
Hello, where's the bad guys?
I've got your back.
I was jumping, not attacking, but Morley would not stop it. Okay. Let's see what we got. Last time Trent sort of grabbed hold of Deilofos, not last time, but last time we met him. Trent sort of grabbed hold of Deilofos and held him for us while we got away. And that's sort of the extent of how much we know about our involvement with Trent.
I wish we'd been able to thank Trent for his help earlier.
He probably saved our bark back there. Goodbye, convoy. Hello, Calamity.
I was so desperate to get Hina's core stone. I almost lost myself.
We were doing just
We
fine
owe
versus
him.
Deilofos, thank you
Who
very
knows?
much.
We might get another chance to show our appreciation to Trent.
Hello.
Alms, I see you have returned.
Phew, you had me worried, Trent. Thanks for the help with Deilofos earlier.
Your thanks is unnecessary. As the overseer of the sanctuary, I could not sit idly by and allow harm to come to the Alms in the midst of their pilgrimage.
Trent? As in the Sentry of the Sanctuary? Watcher of the Alms' Passage? He is much larger than recorded in the texts I've read on the subject. Could I perhaps...
Not now, Aish. Focus.
As for you, Soul Guard Val, here is where the escort's journey ends. I have bidden farewell to many a Soul Guard in my time here as the Overseer. However, you have been appointed as an Alm in your own right.
Thank you.
You may proceed onward to the Mana Tree with the rest of the Alms.
Thank you. I am honored to fulfill my duty as the Alm of Light. But before that, I want to talk to the Mana Goddess.
Curious. I would inquire as to what you have seen and heard on your travels that would prompt such a request. Please enlighten me.
Okay.
We know that Deilofos is planning to take his revenge on the Mana Goddess, but we don't know why.
He's going around reviving benevolence to stir up trouble. Sure, we defeated 3 of them already, but that's not the point.
The point is that Deilofos is regaining strength, and now he looks really weird and really menacing. We can't let him keep going like this.
Before long, he will arrive to assault the sanctuary. We seek a way to stop his progress, but we need the goddess's guidance.
You plan to stop Deilofos yourselves?
Well, I mean, we'll
Yet
try.
again, you surprise me.
We feel partially responsible for his resurrection and sudden rise to power. Plus, he still has Hina's core stone. I have to fix this before I can give my soul to the cause. Please understand.
Your plight is noted. It is not my wish to place any undue burdens on the Alms, nor on the goddess of mana herself. But I believe I am coming to understand what the elemental spirits saw in you when making their choices. There is change brewing in Qi'Diel. Steel yourselves
I wonder
arms.
if there's a meaning behind
You
those.
may enter the
Qi'Diel and
sanctuary
Qi'Diel.
with my blessing. Prepare your minds and hearts for when your souls will be necessary, and for what purpose you have been called.
Ominous words, my friend.
Alright.
We'll stop by after we hash things out with the mana goddess. How about you wish us luck on our way?
Very well. Until we meet again, Alms, take care and keep a weather eye out on the road ahead.
Thanks. We'll try. Now it's off to see the mana goddess.
Okay, now maybe let's talk.
Okay.
Well, finally can enter the sanctuary. Say, I wonder how the goddess has been doing lately.
Yeah.
We're almost to the sanctuary of mana. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes.
Surely the goddess will share with us some sage advice and counsel.
Curious.
Trent, the wise overseer of the forest, if our schedule permits it, I would be most honored to be granted an audience with one as esteemed as he.
Okay.
The inside area of the sanctuary should be free of monsters, but we must keep our guard up nonetheless. Okie dokie. Is there anything here? Just... Okay, stop. Dude, your things back there are wiggling and it's a little creepy, to be honest. Actually going to be free of monsters, or are there shenanigans afoot?
The Sanctuary of Mana.
Karina, wait!
Oh,
That's gotta be the Tree of Mana.
wow.
It's beautiful. Almost familiar in a way.
Familiar. Yes. It makes sense that you feel that way.
The fairy.
Dropping those eaves as always, I see.
I've been dropping no eaves, sir.
Life
Honest.
begins with the mana tree. And when your time in this realm is over, your soul returns here to continue the cycle of rebirth.
Oh, then the mana tree oversees not just the Alms, but all creatures. It's where all souls end up.
It's like a good version of the Aoife tree.
When the world was still Qi'Diel, the mana tree was in the spirit realm, right?
Yes, if Qi'Diel had not been created, you would never have had the opportunity to see the mana tree.
Incredible. If only I could tell everyone back home what a stunning sight this all is.
Tell
We
Ramco.
wasted enough time looking. It's time to get some answers.
How might one find the goddess in order to seek an audience?
Follow the path and it will lead you to her. Be sure to stay on the path, though.
Okay.
But that's...
Monsters? Here?
We never had monster infestations before. There goes the neighborhood.
The barrier around the Mana Sanctuary is meant to be impenetrable. However,
It would make for a very boring area of the map if
over
it
the
was.
origins of these sanctuary monsters. Some species might have been trapped inside of the barrier at the time of its fabrication, or perhaps specific species are able to puncture.
Oh my, Master Aish is muttering to himself yet again.
Let him talk. Maybe he'll bore the monsters to death.
We should get going, but be careful, everyone.
I didn't account for monsters once we were in the sanctuary. What could be the cause?
Leave the hypotheses to Aish, Morley. We got bigger fish to fry.
Finally, a lucky break. Now that I'm an Ulm, I can protect you all the whole way.
King Rabbite. Okay.
Go for it. Nice timing. Keep them coming. Understood.
Our forces made this outcome an obvious one.
Nice. Got it.
If there were trapped species inside of the barrier, we must take into account the change in habitat. Could evolution have played a part in creating this many subspecies? Or perhaps...
Should we permit him to ponder uninterrupted? Words will not reach him at this stage, I believe.
It figures.
Oh,
Hey,
Chicken Pete.
Stop falling behind if you don't want to find your own way.
Feels about right to fight them here.
Thanks. Keep them coming. On it.
We triumphed together.
Look at you go. Impressive.
Defense and magic defense. Okay, cool. Oh,
Nice. Got it.
Unless the little kitty girls show up in this place, I don't know that I can expect to find a town with less side quests when I get down here. So I'm not.
Nice.
I'm gonna take
Got
my
it.
time and explore around here more, even more than I would normally in a world map area.
Keep them coming. The elemental keep them coming.
We triumphed together.
A welcome find. I'll be taking this.
Okie dokie. Because, you know, I don't have enough grizzly syrup on hand. I seriously wonder what I'm going to do with all of it. If there's going to be, like, some massive thing to afford with hundreds of grizzly syrup at the
It would
end.
have been nice to have him here to see this.
Yeah. She would have loved this view.
Then I'll be sure to soak up as much of the atmosphere as I can, for her sake.
That's the idea, Karina. I'll do the same.
The Dud Bears will love this. Don't mind if I do. Always too much. Now it's timing.
They weren't so tough.
I'll be taking this. Right. I'm at full strength.
I don't know what that just said. Alright, where did I... Okay, it came from right behind me. Get everything. Yes, okay. Think there's anything up there?
Any glowing lights, at least.
Nice. Got it.
I've not been checking the tops of any pillars, though. Nope, okay.
What went through the minds of the Alms of old as they walked this path?
Our thoughts often turn to those we left behind in times such as these.
Bittersweet to reminisce, but my heart still feels warm. I'll bet you the alms of the past will give us a warm welcome.
Hopefully we get some... Oh, not bad.
The alms of the past, so are we expected to be able to commune with them, or their souls are still kind of on hand?
I mean, this?
I don't remember hearing mention that the alms of the past would still be anything at this point, really. Interesting. Okay. As a horse.
Show us the wonders of mana. I'm at full strength.
Golden chest. I remember.
Get some coffee. Thanks.
Horse-shaped enemies in Secret of Mana. They were not common, but... They're quite strong versus physical damage, it seems. I'm not doing nearly as much as I would like to. Val, any... That's more like it. Any idea of linking things, maybe, Val?
On it!
We should outfit ourselves with new equipment and accoutrements.
Don't mind if I do. How's this? A welcome fun. Mind. I'll be taking this.
So all souls return to the mana tree eventually. In that case, I wonder if Orin and Liza are back yet. Hey, everyone. We made it.
Val, I am sure your voice has reached them.
What have you got? Impressive.
Ooh, yes, please. Slightly lower attack, higher magic attack. Interesting. Much higher magic attack, rather. All right.
Nice timing.
Hello. Thank you, finally. It took me 3 tries.
Understood.
Oh, nice. We turned her into a snowman. Is she a special? Like a nemesis? Like, or is that just a different...
Our forces made this outcome an obvious one.
No? Okay. It just, she looks different, so... Nope, still a couple of more things to find. The shadow work here. We're seeing the grizzly syrup shadows even there. Okay. There's an XP thing here, so...
Expect a difficult trial ahead. What have you got? Impressive.
Ooh, chalice. Okay, cool.
All right.
I will look at that in a second after I figure out what's down here. Because right now it's nothing.
Hopefully we get some impressive.
Okay. Ooh, non-element consecutive casting. Is that... Okay, I'll check it out in a bit. First things first. That is... There we go. I don't know what to give you. Okay, non-elemental consecutive casting. Okay, non-elemental magic spells. Okay. Nah. I was hoping it'd be like a... It didn't matter which element it was. It gave you the benefit, but... Not so much luck. Alright, well, shield and mirror shield, that seems like a really good idea for him. Sure. I don't have anything else to put on him at the moment, so... Again, I'm going to rejigger all their things once I have... Probably once they all have their, all 6 abilities. How am I doing on that? Is that everybody? Nope, I still need Val's. Okay, at least once I get 6. I think there's supposed to be 10 total. What is this now? Okay, well, I can do that. Oh, it's a horse that turns into the... Oh, I'm a Moogle. I'm a Moogle. Holy crap, now we're suddenly leg dead.
Carry on from here.
Not what I meant to do. What the hell is going on here?
Time to get to work.
Wow. Can we unmoogle, please? How do I unmoogle? I don't think the medical herb's gonna do it. Oh, did not get that off in time, did I? If I could unmoogle, I think I could kill these things just fine. How do I unmoogle?
This poses a problem.
Thank you. Whoa! Okay, I don't like that. Where the hell that is?
I failed you all.
I will take over.
Okay. No.
Ian, forgive me.
Wow, what the hell was that crap? I don't like those things. Okay, I will be back when I catch up to where I was a second ago.
Carry on from here.
Power welling within me.
Okay, that's how that battle should have ended. I still got turned into a Moogle for quite a bit of it, and it was not a very happy battle, but the ending at least is better. Okay, yeah, we're gonna... I don't like those things.
A fine opportunity to rest.
Save, please. Alright. Boss fight. Boss fight. Okay.
Huh? The path stops here.
Then how do we get to the mana goddess?
Fairy could well have indicated the wrong route through the sanctuary. Her directions were vague at best.
Do not doubt that you are on the correct path.
Essa Durgan!
It's Vadise, the White Dragon Princess.
Hello.
Golly, what are you doing here?
You, your companions, and even I must face whatever future lies ahead of us, come what may.
Hey, Ramco, you know her?
Don't worry. Vadise Vadise is like Trent, an emissary of the goddess.
Can you tell us how to continue on the path ahead?
I am the keeper of the future. How you choose to proceed depends on the answers you provide.
Okay.
There are many roads you may take, each with their own consequences. Do you understand?
I think so.
Not
We
really.
have a choice to complete the pilgrimage, or not. But that decision is why we've come to the goddess. Please, let us speak to her and ask for her wisdom.
After learning the truth, how will you feel? Will you accept it?
That's what you do with truth.
Have you the strength to face the truth of this world? I do not know the depth of your conviction. What resides within your heart? Make me understand your intent. Your hearts will lead you along the path you seek.
Okay. Oh, crap.
She wants actions, not words, then.
We must convince her of our conviction. You won't want in this moment of youth to be...
Okay, that damaged her when I defeated them all.
When tilling the lands to bear fruit, one must bear in mind the myriad disasters they will face.
Okay.
Extinguish the bane that threatens to incinerate all.
Okay.
A riddle. Shall we offer
fight?
a reply in return?
Fire, you know, incinerate. Look. Quit going attacking around it more like.
Bring it on. I'm ready for anything.
As many rounds as it takes.
Okay.
Though mortals yearn for the future, they are hindered by the shackles of their past. Expel the knowledge that leads mortals astray.
See.
Really think about what
Knowledge
she's telling us.
was shadow.
Carefully. Well done.
Okay.
Right answer.
Final one?
Okay.
Then we go all out!
Ain't over till it's over, Vadise.
As Alm of Light, surely you can decipher the truth from that which is false.
Okay.
Discern your truth, and yours alone.
Truth was light, so that should be the
Answer
Lumina
this,
one.
Val?
Think carefully.
Okay. I think I followed the right one.
That is correct.
Okay.
Right answer.
That was a great shot. Okay. I was not expecting a... Well, I mean, I was expecting a boss fight, but not that kind of boss fight.
Now, it is clear to me. Those strong enough to break free of their fate. Long have we prayed for pilgrims such as yourselves. You may be the heroes that the goddess of mana has needed all along.
Okay.
Go forth and create your own future.
Oh. Are we gonna get the opening scene now? I guess we're... Because that was... thinking back, that was the alms in front of the tree. Are we gonna see that now? Here?
Never did I consider the possibility that I would be in the presence of the White Dragon Princess. I attempted to note down every riddle, but ended up too absorbed by the fight to offer assistance.
Thanks for that. At least you were entertained.
Hello.
Come on, we're nearly to the mana tree.
I must calm my mind and steel myself to meet with a goddess.
Okay then.
Aha! Nice to see that this place hasn't changed. No monsters either. Looks just like it did back in Qi'Diel times. You have had a long journey, but the mana tree is just ahead.
A long and laborious journey indeed.
The Alm's final destination.
And yet, we aren't here to offer our souls like those that came before us. We need to meet with the goddess.
Okay.
Coda, the Alms have arrived.
Coda?
That's what her friends get to call her? Or him?
Huh?
I am the guardian of this sanctuary.
There are humans living within the barrier? That's news to me.
Living? No. I am but a strong will given form. Consider me like one of the spirits. To put it in terms you may understand, I am the first in the long legacy of soul guards. You passed Vadise's trial admirably, Val. I should not be surprised given that you are of my own bloodline.
You're my ancestor?
If we assume that long ago, people from Qi'Diel were chosen to stand guard over the mana goddess, and that practice has held over to this very day. Aha!
Yes.
Then he is the origin of the Soul Guard tradition.
Thanks for
My
catching
mission
up there.
remains unchanged since I first accepted it. Protect the goddess of mana.
Do you know where we can find her, Guardian Coda? We need to speak with the goddess as soon as possible.
You may refer to me as simply Coda. Trent and Vadise have relayed your current plight to me. Come. I will take you to the mana goddess.
Okie dokie then.
One of my ancestors is here? In the sanctuary? Well, I can't keep him or the mana goddess waiting. Time to go.
I see.
Coda is quite a curious creation to have come across. There may be things he is hiding from us. Well, love the suspicion right out the gate.
Curious.
This is the very first sighting of the Guardian of the Sanctuary. Will there be an opportunity to record this for future generations, I wonder? I can't remember how long it's been since I saw the goddess in the flesh. Well, maybe not flesh, but you know. This is where generations of alms before us have given up their souls to rejuvenate the cycle of mana.
Yeah.
Am I really ready to talk to a goddess? Ramco says, we're gonna... Y'all coming? Hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna get to come back here, so...
Taking this?
Hello?
Goddess of Mana. I'm Val, and these are my friends. We've come here to ask for a moment of your time, before we offer our souls. Delafos has broken free of his seal and is going around the world setting the Benevodons loose.
His only goal is to get his revenge on you, Goddess. You have to do something.
We have so many questions to ask. About Delafos and Core Stones, and my strange ability. All of it.
Goddess?
I promise we're telling the truth. Please listen to us.
We fully intend to sacrifice our souls when the time comes. But first, we have to protect the world from this danger.
Uh-oh, your goddess is in another castle.
She cannot hear you. The goddess of mana is unreachable in her slumber. She has not once awakened since she first fell into this long, long sleep.
Not a single source I have read has ever referenced that the goddess was in this state.
No one has ever been allowed this deep within the sanctuary. Her condition is not known to any others.
But Delafos is breathing down our necks. The goddess was our last hope.
Coda? How did she end up like this?
Vadise believes that you can be trusted to make your own decisions. So, I will tell you. Tell you how this all came to be. The truth behind this world.
Yes, please. I'd take some good exposition.
What could have happened to the goddess? Coda should have some answers at least.
Let's hear what Coda has to say. Then we can decide what we want to do with the information.
My.
The truth of this world. Whatever could that be? I must know. The goddess has been asleep the whole time? How come I didn't know any of this? Goddess? Coda has kept the mana goddess first and foremost in his thoughts.
Okay. Nice little elemental array there. Never mind.
Qi'Diel, the world as it was once known in the distant past, was made up of 5 realms. The spirit realm, the mortal realm, the mystic realm, the ethereal realm, and the arboreal realm. Mana power once flowed freely through these places, and Qi'Diel knew only peace and prosperity. Until one day, mortals, in their greed, sought to use that power for warfare. The flow of mana was disrupted, and the 5 realms became perilously unbalanced. The mortal realm consumed an enormous amount of mana, plunging the mystic realm, home to the Benevodons, into disarray.
Okay.
The divide between the realms weakened to the point that all worlds merged into one. When the mana dried up, the monsters unleashed their wrath.
The discord that had driven people to degrade the powers of mana ended, and their battle against the Benevodons began.
The goddess wished to save the mortals from suffering at the hands of the Benevodons. So she asked Fairy, her emissary, to find Delafos, name him her champion, and bequeath unto him the mana sword. And as promised, he successfully subdued all 8 Benevodons. However, he refused to return the mana sword, and instead swore revenge against the goddess, after the death of Cerulia.
Yeah, I think we all saw that coming.
Is that what changed Delafos so drastically?
He lost the person most dear to him.
Sounds like Delafos couldn't come to terms with her passing.
Indeed, Delafos saw no reason to care about a world bereft of the one he loved. So he turned against the mana goddess. She ended up using all her strength to preserve a corrupted world. With her power exhausted, the goddess then fell into a deep sleep. It was up to the guardian of the sanctuary, namely me, to stand against Delafos with the help of the elementals. But it was not enough. We struck each other at the same time, resulting in his stone imprisonment and my destruction. Only my will survived. If only I had been stronger.
So, Coda, Delafos, and I all carry the same pain within us.
Oh, dear.
The theatrical at the Playhouse is not entirely accurate in their portrayal at the end of the story, it seems. Even after borrowing the powers of the elementals, the Guardian couldn't defeat Delafos entirely.
Oh.
I think I know why I never heard about this whole thing. Dryad must not have wanted to worry the Sproutlings over such a hard-won battle. So Cerulia died a tragic death after all.
Well...
So the goddess has been asleep since the start of Qi'Diel.
So you're the one responsible for that boulder by the entrance, huh, Coda?
Yes, though he managed to break free regardless. With the help of the elementals, I was able to divide Delafos' terrible power and seal it away with the Benevodons scattered across the land. But I underestimated the strength of his hatred. His power was steeped in animosity, which bled into the surrounding lands, creating horrible disasters in its wake. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage and the winged fall flightless. Pure waters will run foul and disease spread. Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone. Verdant lands will wither away and seeds will cease to sprout. The glaring light will obscure the boundaries of reality. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic. What people refer to as prophesied disasters are actually the curse of Delafos' power upon the land.
Then, the source of these disasters was never the Benevodons at all. It was a curse, brought about by a single man's folly, from the very start.
Strong emotions revitalize mana power. In addition, Delafos had access to the energy from the mana sword itself. The elementals tried to stop Delafos' curse from running rampant. Their powers suppressed the worst effects from taking hold. But with the 5 realms now combined, the flow of mana slowed to a trickle. Elementals couldn't maintain that balance indefinitely. And so, without anything to check its dangerous powers, the effects of the curse spread throughout the entire world. Tortured by the curse of Delafos, mortals turned to the goddess for help and offered up sacrifices. Alms. Alms would travel to the mana tree and freely give up their souls, their life force, to the sleeping goddess. As I mentioned,
whose idea that was in the first place?
Mana power. With the souls from faithful alms, the flow of mana was rejuvenated, for a time. Powers restored, the elementals could once again suppress the effects of the curse. But after 4 years, their stores of mana would once again run dry.
That's why the alms have to go to the mana tree to stop disaster from befalling our villages.
At the end of their pilgrimage, I would change the alms into core stones to give to the goddess.
Core stones? Wait, you can...
Yes, Val. Your ability was passed down through my bloodline. Originally, it was used to return monsters to the flow of mana.
I got a bunch I can give you.
Life into the flow of mana was how Qi'Diel maintained balance.
So then, what I did to Hina...
Oh, Val.
Sooner or later, that fate was waiting for her in the end.
Yes, as it waits for all alms who come to the mana tree. Your souls will be given to the goddess to protect
break the cycle
of mana, including the soul of the Alm of Earth, that you possess.
Lysa's?
This is all we can do until the Mana Goddess reawakens.
What's that?
Something perfectly fine, I'm
The
sure.
barrier is under siege.
Oh, what is going on? It's probably the Benevodons. Looks like they're trying to break through.
This is Daelofos' doing.
You think? Okay, there's our bird one. I was just wondering about some of these. Whoa. He's cool looking. Whoa. Got some big boys.
What'll happen to the sanctuary?
There is no need for alarm.
Oh, I think there
Myrmidons
is.
hold great power. Not as great as the sanctuary itself.
You can't feel the vibration of my controller, buddy. Froggy. Okay. Still.
They're retreating.
Oh. Good.
There is no sign of the man himself. Perhaps Daelofos intended this attack to serve as a diversion?
Daelofos and the Benevodons are still a threat to us all, just like in the past.
Things aren't looking so good for the world if these monsters run free.
If the goddess is unable to grant us aid, we must muster our own forces. It is our chance to fix the future.
Our loved ones need protection. I'll do it alone if I have to.
Why would you think you had to do it
We've
alone?
already defeated 3 of these things. The remaining 5 will be a piece of cake.
Coda, we need time. I promise we will offer up our souls, but we have to take care of the world first. We will stop the rest of the Benevodons and Daelofos before he hurts anyone else.
I do not have the power to stop you either way.
That's good to know.
Do what you feel is right. The decision to fight should be left to the living. It is your duty, as protecting the sanctuary is mine. I believe your group of alms has untold potential to rejuvenate the flow of mana. And more.
More what?
It is not important. What matters is that as long as Daelofos has the Mana Sword, he will continue his assault on the sanctuary, and the goddess kept safe within.
Then we'll just have to reclaim the sword ourselves. It's the only way to keep disaster at bay.
Returning the sword to its rightful place wouldn't hurt either.
You should keep the core stone of the Alm of Earth. Abiding by the will of the alms is important, after all.
Coda is putting a lot of faith in you. I think you'll be able to handle the road ahead as well.
Vadise has also acknowledged their worthiness. It is time that I trusted in people once more.
Okay.
Though I cannot lend you my own power, I can at least release that of this little one.
Oh? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Ramco's about to get an upgrade? Flemmy!
Was that you? What happened to you?
I do believe this is the sacred beast Flammy. Ramco must have been Flammy the entire time. Flammy has made many documented visits to our world. But I never dreamed I would be in her presence.
Oh, I get it. Ramco was just another form of Flammy to begin with.
Her wings are the fastest way to convey you to the Benevodons. Make haste, Alms.
Thanks.
For a second there, it looked like maybe Flammy was not to scale. Okay, Flammy needs a saddle. Alrighty then.
Flammy can take you anywhere in the world you want to go.
Ramco, you got so big. Big and strong enough to carry all of us. All the little ones grow up so fast.
Remember that Flammy's power can only fly you around for so long.
Oh.
Revert back to her cub form when you land. Just use the Flammy drum to summon her whenever you need to fly.
I was wondering if what would happen with the whole Ramco as part of the the attacking. Whenever Karina attacks, Ramco would also attack. I was wondering what was going to happen here with this, but it sounds like she just shrinks back and then gets a supersize whenever I beat the drum.
Now then, what's your plan of action?
I don't know.
If I may, would you be so kind as to return me to Lagrazzo?
She says it would be her pleasure.
Then, to Lagrazzo we go.
Now then, with Ramco's permission, shall we be off to Lagrazzo?
There's a flying
There's
island.
something in those archives that can help us with the Benevodons. Let's go.
Sweet!
Ramco must really like the sound of that drum, huh?
We'll be relying on her a lot from now on.
Thanks for all the help, Ramco. You're the best.
Alright, it's just checking out the high speed. And fly. How do I... Okay, so this just takes me to here, and then once I'm in range... Did that automatically do it, or did I push the button at the right time? Okay, so it's just like the turtle. Just gotta wait till that thing pops up. Okay, okay, okay. It feels like it's still going to make me travel from continent to fast travel. But...
An excellent landing, young Ramco. Brava! Now then, I will begin the process of compiling what I observed within the sanctuary for analysis.
You're not going to help us with the Benevodons?
Oh, it grieves me to say it, but I must decline. Though please keep in
There's
mind
only
that
room in
I
your
want
party
a
for
full
5.
report on your exploits. I will add it to my account of this historic situation we find ourselves in.
I suppose he is the best suited.
It's okay that you want to analyze your data, but please don't let the information that Coda entrusted you with turn into gossip.
Of course. Not to worry. I take great pains to compile my notes in secrecy.
They can only be read with my magnifying
Curator and the
glass.
rest of the arms, you're safe. Oh, we were worried when we heard the Benevodons were attacking the Mana Tree.
I am as well as can be expected, thanks to the Mana Goddess's barrier.
Shouldn't you be sacrificing
Word of the
yourself right about
Benevodons'
now,
revival
though?
has spread, I see. Have you determined where the monsters have appeared, perchance?
Reports indicate that disaster is spreading to the lands that house the Benevodons. Besseroth, Benevodon of Wind, has been spotted in the Vale of Longgreen. And Tormarni, Benevodon of the Moon, near
That's the
Eten.
frog, I think.
Gandum, Benevodon of Water, was seen outside of Illistana.
Frosty
While
lizard
the Benevodon
dragon
of
thing?
Wood, Florid, is stalking Vertius Burrow as we speak.
The wolf thing, maybe?
Scribes have already been sent afield to collect what information they can.
Curious. The Benevodon of Fire has not been accounted for. Is there no word of Volkibel?
I'm guessing the volcano?
No reports out of the Tiania area as of yet. Our theory is that the Fire Benevodon still slumbers.
We literally just saw it attacking the barrier.
I see. I suppose that is good news. It seems you all have 4 Benevodons to take care of at present.
I can feel it. The flow of mana power in each area has changed. You could start in any location, but time is of the essence.
My word! An emissary of the goddess! What a singular wing shape! Would you mind if I sketched it?
I'm afraid I'm in a hurry.
We should get going too. Good luck,
weird.
Ish.
Farewell. We will meet again soon, I'm sure.
Let's focus on the 4 monsters we know of. So
Okay.
Val, what'll it be?
Leave it to me. We can head out now.
Okay, so apparently it won't let me do the volcano one until last, maybe? That's my guess. Okay, well, I've got a little bit of side quest cleanup here to do, and it feels like more side quests to gather as well. So I guess I'm gonna go do that for a little while here. I'll include anything terribly interesting before wrapping this video up. So, one way or the other, I'll see you in a second. Are you aware of the strange behavior that some monsters display? It doesn't happen often, but lost monsters are known to stray into town on occasion. Rare though it may be, I've been thinking of ways to ward off those evil creatures. I read in a book that hanging the eyes of an imp and the horns of a chest knight on your front door will keep monsters at bay. I'd like to put that claim to the test, so if you find some imp eyeballs and spiral chest knight horns, could you bring them to me? Right. That's not macabre at all. I'm coming to the final stages of making some clothes, but I don't have enough dye left to finish everything. I need a dye that produces a deep midnight blue color, but where am I going to find some on such short notice? Wait a moment, I recall reading somewhere that such a pigment can be extracted from dark Batmo hide. I might be able to make the dye myself. I hate to trouble you like this, but you're the protagonist in a JRPG, so you'll do these sort of things for me. If you find any dark Batmo hides on your travels, is there any chance you could keep hold of them for me? Apparently, yes. Okay, well, while we're standing here, let's test out our flammy drum. Lemmy! Oh, come on! Oh, there we go. Alright, we at least get some form of transition scene. Okay, here we are back in Ilistana, so I'm gonna talk and say something here which I don't know. I should be heading back to my shop tomorrow. Please do send my regards to Sir Payham as well. Of course, they will be duly delivered. And fear not, Payham will promptly recover your possessions. I do not doubt it. Hard at work, aren't we, Palomina? Hello, Morley, and my close companions. What were you and that man talking about just now? Whatever you said, he looked something or other. He entrusted me with relaying a request to the Payham, the chivalrous thief. A chivalry what now?
Payham, that name rings a bell. I've heard people discussing them around Ilistana, but I honestly thought they were just an urban legend. This is all too much of a coincidence.
Payham, the chivalrous thief.
undercover uplifter of Illistanian hearts, reticent resolver of capital's conundrums. Indeed, their true identity is none other than I. So, I don't know what I just said there. So, you go around helping those in need and all the while wearing a poor excuse for a disguise? It is not poor. I will have you know that I take great care to hide in my hair and tame my tail when I don such dress. Really now? Now I'm kind of curious to see if we rock that look. Stealing doesn't sound all that chivalrous to me, though. Out of all the ways to solve a crime, what made you choose theft? I am a faithful fan of the Jewel Thief, a character who appears in a mystery novel series I am fond of. Her impressive mastery over impersonation and sublime skills for stealing bamboozle even the best police inspector of the force. Though I admire all the stories in the series, the ones featuring the adventures of the Jewel Thief are among my most adored. Okay, Palomina, we get it. You can calm down now.
I see your love for this character is what motivated you to assume your thieving persona, but let's talk about the gentleman from before. What did he ask of you?
It would appear that trouble has increased in Illistana since I left the capital. Without Payam around to address the incidents that I have arisen, the issues have only intensified. Many residents report that their precious goods, gems, gold, and the like have been robbed. The jazzy gentleman and I were just discussing that. A gem that he possessed was purloined by a monster. The peculiar predicament has him perplexed over what to do.
A monster stealing people's things? That is strange. What would they even use it all for?
Well...
I am interested in investigating that as well. To that end, may I ask for some additional assistance in solving this? Sure thing, Palomina. We're happy to help support you, even especially if it means helping an innocent person at the same time. That's right, you can count on us. Thank you, everyone. The man's name is Jerome. He manages a jewelry store here in Illistana. According to his account of events, the gem-stealing monster is absconded to the area of Pritter Ridge. Sounds like a great lead. Let's hurry over there and get Jerome's gem back for him. Apologize for the weird voiceover here. As I noted in the comment below, this area did not get recorded with the audio because I was a numpty and pushed the mute button at some point. So I will be dubbing over a little bit of this, and just for the interesting parts of the quests that have voice acting on them, and I'm going to be cutting out quite a bit that isn't worth trying to redub. So I'll see you at the next interesting part. Okay, we're in the Coswean Moors. We found the spot to show for the picture for Fiona. So we're letting her know it's here, and here she comes. I see the towering top of Tato Temple in the distance, and the sands of the beach all framed against the sky. The path wends its way up here as if our footsteps were brushstrokes on the landscape. It's breathtaking. There's a bleakness in seeing the earth so parched, but when viewed at this scale, it's clear to me that the power of nature is unyielding, even in the face of such adversity. When I was surrounded by the villagers as I ate the other day, a memory came back to me. I recalled how my parents and I would eat together at the dinner table, always with laughter and smiles. But after Father left, the table became a place of emptiness in a home that was too vast for just Mother and me. There were so many bad feelings, but I refused to let them take hold. I always tried to stay positive, well, as best I could, all things considered. I can just imagine how awkward it must have looked. Here I am figuring out that I'm on mute, I think. The facade surely cracked a few times. But Mother was always there to smile back at me. Except, now I know. She could tell what I was going through, and those smiles were her way of reassuring me that everything was all right. But it wasn't just me who was suffering. Mother was hiding pain behind a facade of her own. And maybe Father was too. Traveler, I think I want to continue my journey. Now that I've come face to face with these feelings of mine, I've realized that there is still so much scenery left for me to see. I'll be heading to Guju next, the Earth Village. You know, the one that met with a disastrous fate. If we see each other there, I hope I might have another story to recount. I'm going to stay here for now and enjoy the view. Farewell, traveler, and safe journey.
This isn't so bad.
Okay. And since I started it, here's the conclusion of the art quest. I hope. You're back! How did it go? Were you able to sell the painting? No, I was not. No! Not a single dealer was interested? That's very disappointing. I thought people would be clamoring to get their hands on a masterwork such as this. But what do I know, eh? Excuse me, can I see your painting? Yeah, sure. Knock yourself out. Oh my gosh, I want this painting so bad! Huh? I absolutely love drawing and painting, you see. I want to be an artist myself someday. I want to paint pictures that put smiles on people's faces, just like this one did for me. That's a lovely dream to have. Tell you what, if you like this painting so much, you can have it. What? Really? Thank you so much. I promise to take extra good care of it. She said she wanted to be an artist. That stirred up something deep inside me. A memory. I know how she feels because I felt the same way once, the first time I saw a Darnie. Back then, I wanted to create art that reaches out to people and touches their souls, just like she does now. Somewhere along the way, I lost sight of that. I started caring only about making a name for myself. The funny thing is that while the art dealer saw nothing in my painting, that girl did. And whatever she saw made her happy. The icing on the cake, her smile when she picked up the painting. That's when I knew my art had an effect on someone. As an artist, there's no greater feeling. Sorry, there are a lot of emotions running around in my head right now. Anyway, without your help, I may have spent the rest of my life stuck in that rut. I want you to have this. I hope you find it useful. As for me, I'll keep on painting, but with a renewed sense of purpose, to create art that touches the soul. Well, I suppose I should be heading home. After all, I have to strike while the iron's hot, or daub while the paint's wet, you might say. Besides, I've been away from home for a few days now. I'll have a mountain of farm work to catch up on once I get back. I guess there'll be plenty of time to plan my next painting while I'm tending to my fields. Thanks, traveler. I pray you'll have a safe and pleasant journey.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Okay. I'm a little curious what that unbreakable thing is really fast. Using a class strike when hit point is 20% or below will lower HP to 1, deal 100% more damage. Dude. That'd be crazy for Morley on some of those things.
Imagine how prosperous Guju would have been if it hadn't been destroyed. Oh, my apologies. You must have caught me lamenting out loud. I guess I can't help it. The Earth Village is my homeland. It would be remiss of me if I didn't make some effort to bring it back to its former glory. Even though his power was restored, Gnome did say that we shouldn't linger over long here in Guju. Still, I think the least I can do is start preparing for when the rebuild does finally get underway. Say, have you ever seen a mad mallard? They wear these rugged helmets that look like they could protect you from just about anything. We Gujuites have always used whatever was just lying around as headgear, like the pots and pans if it comes to it. You may have seen those in the prologue for this game that were being worn by the guards who were chasing down Orin and Liza. I think the rebuild merits something more reliable than kitchen utensils. If we could get an iron helmet for everyone, same as those that the Mad Mallards wear, it'd help protect us from any head injuries once we get to work. if you find any mad mallard helmets while you're out and about, could you bring them to me? Please, it's for the Earth Village.
Oh, Higgly, if you're still alive, then where in creation could you be? Oh, hey there, y'all. I was just thinking about you. Remember that letter y'all found before? The gal that left Guju, Higgly's her name. Well, I got to thinking about where she might be. She said she was curious to learn about the world, didn't she? Well, here's a question. If y'all wanted to know more stuff, where would y'all go? Any ideas?
About to say the Dark Archives. Lagrazzo and the Dark Archives is where the world's scholars go. There's even a huge library there.
Sounds like that's our ticket. And on that note, can I ask y'all a favor? If y'all ever find yourselves visiting that Lagrazzo place, mind looking around for Higgly. She's the daughter of a close friend of mine. If she's alive, then there's a chance that's where she is. I'd love for her to return to Guju, but more than anything, I just want to know if she's alright. Could you ask around for her the next time you're in Lagrazzo? I know I keep asking favors of y'all, but any information means the world to me.
Okay. So many side quests. We've apparently reached that part of the story.
Have you heard the rumors? Weird stories are going around about a ghost wreathed in flames that shows up in the Zalhak Desert. But that's not all. The rumors also say that it's actually the malevolent spirit of one of the victims from the disaster at Guju all those years back. Talk about spooky. Anyway, if you're ever passing through Zalhak Desert, could you go look for that burning spirit? I'd love to know if the rumors are true or not.
Oh no.
Oh, I beg your pardon, but are you heading for the desert? I was hoping you'd be able to look for my son there. His name's Anthon. He set off a while ago for the docks on the far side of the sands, but he hasn't returned. He should have been back by now. Even a minor injury from a monster attack or a fall could spell death in the relentless desert heat. Please, if you see my son, if you can find my son Anthon, he was going to the dock in the Zalhak Desert, so I can't imagine he strayed far from that path.
Alright. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of side quests at this point, so I'm not going to even try to do all the side quests sort of thing, you know, all in one go or something ridiculous. I'll piecemeal them up as I go into the regions that have Benevodons. I'll probably handle any and all side quests I find there in that region. But I mean, we already fought the Benevodon here, so this is it for this. So we'll see what happens. Oh, please, somebody help me! Over here, come quick, or I'll be monster food! Oh my good lord.
On it!
Oh, great.
On it! I need you. The elemental vessel is ready. It's useless to run. On it! This is an interesting find.
Oof, thanks for rescuing me. This must be the goddess's divine intervention. Sorry to ask, but do you have any water? I had drank my supplies dry a while back. Undine flask. Oh, that hit the spot. My name's Anthon. I was on my way to the docks to collect some cargo when those monsters ambushed me. I was able to evade them for a while, but I ran out of strength eventually. I was all but ready to give up the ghost. But then, by beautiful coincidence, you appeared.
My savior! What? You're saying Dad sent you? So it wasn't a coincidence. Oh, looks like I have him to thank as well. Anyway, I'm all rehydrated now and I didn't sustain any serious injuries, so I guess I'm all good to set off again. But I think I'd better go see Dad first. No doubt he's worried sick. Catch you later.
Yes, definitely recross the longer distance rather than finishing your journey, which is practically right around the corner. Good call, dude. Found a tough scorpion I missed somewhere along the way. Let's kill it. Watch at the XP bar at the top. Right. There. That's a new little addition since I found that last Quactus a minute ago.
I'll be taking this.
Okay then. Well, having handed in all the side quests in this region that I can do, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Next time, I will be heading off to one of the Benevodons, and we'll find out which one that is when I decide, and I'll do any side quests I discover there, but the focus will be on getting a Benevodon or two done next time, and we'll see what happens. So join me for that next episode when it comes available. Thank you for being here so far. Please leave a like, and if you are not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing for more content. Hopefully, as you can tell, I have a relatively chill vibe. I'm, 40-something-year-old dad. It takes a lot to get me really worked up. So, if that's your vibe, stick around, and there will be more video games to come as we go. So, thank you for joining me for this much. Hope to see you in the future. Everybody, take care. Hope everybody's having a great day. Bye.